Hi everybody, it's Lauren Brown, also known as Raggedy Royal, on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and now YouTube. And today we're going to be doing this pretty pink look that I have not named yet. Whatever the name is in the title, that is what the Ragdolls chose. Lauren Brown, Woman for the People. I'm going to listen to Democracy on this one. But I posted this on Instagram and Twitter, and everybody loved this look. So we are going to show you step by step. I'm going to show you step by step how we can achieve this look. Make sure to give this video a like if you learn anything along the way, and to subscribe so you don't miss any videos, because you know I'm consistent now. I post every week now, sometimes twice a week. So, you know, I'm just putting it out there. But let's get right into the tutorial. All right, so the first step is we're going to take this About Face Matte Fluid Eye Paint in On Point. I use this all the time for the lips. We will be using it for the lips later, spoiler alert. But today we're going to use it for its intended purpose, which is the eyes. So it is a liquid eyeshadow, and what you're going to do is I'm going to put it all over the lid. This will kind of serve as our base, and using colored eyeshadow bases or colored liquid eyeshadows as bases can help you get some of the work done instead of just using my regular white eyeshadow base. This already provides some of that pink color that we're going to need to blend out later on. So I'm going to be taking this Colourpop F11 to blend out that pink and just to flatten it. The reason why you want to flatten this and any other eye primer and not have those is because you're going to add the eyeshadow on top, and that can cause layers and uneven texture. So you're going to just flatten that out. And we're getting close to the brow. So I'm taking this flat brush, which is this M432, and I'm going to be adding the pink right underneath the brow like I do when I use eyeshadow primer and concealer, because we're going to be blending this pink everywhere and it will look much more normal once we have the pink on. Just walk with me, okay? We are going to go under the brow as well. I think I'm going to release a regular brow tutorial maybe next week or the week after that. Let me know down in the comments if you would like to see that, because I have a couple in the colored brows but none on the regular brows. Boom. So this eyeshadow look is a one eyeshadow look base with glitter on top. So if you watch my one eyeshadow look tutorials, or pretty much a few of my recent tutorials, like the glossy eye, the shimmer, anyways, these steps should be familiar to you. So this is going to be fun. So I'm going to be taking this Beige Cosmetics brush, and this is a Studio Pro 6 brush, and I'm going to go into this Love Notes palette. So the first time I did this look, I used pretty much all blush, and it took a long time to build up the color. So we're gonna go in a different direction today. I'm going to be using shade Handkerchief, which is this bright pink here, and I want to make sure I keep it pastel. So I'm gonna go a little bit into this lighter shade. If you see my broken nail, no you don't. I've gone to the nail salon twice. I had an appointment this morning and she had an emergency, so pray for me. You hate seeing it, I hate seeing it. We're all in this together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the crease first. Oh yes, this is a much better idea than just using the blush. And I am going to blend that all across the crease. So I'm going to go up here and back. What is your crease? When you look up, that's your crease, that fold. Now your crease may look different than mine. Creases come in different shapes and sizes. So if you can't figure out where your crease is by using that method, you just want to go halfway from where your lash line is, which is where your lashes are, to your brow. So if you have a lid and you're like, okay, so there's no fold right there, just go halfway. And that's pretty much where you want to put this shade. And we are just going to make sure that we pack it on with these light or pastel shades. You know, you got to make sure that you get the color on. We already have a good start by adding the pink eyeshadow base first, but still. Now I'm just going to start taking it all the way to the lid. And the fun thing about having a one eyeshadow look, especially with a color like light pink, when you do this look with like a dark blue or a green, sometimes it gets a little patchy and a little difficult. When you use this light color like this, you can kind of just go onto the lid with the light hand, go all the way up to the brow bone, and we're just making sure that this is all covered. All right, so the eyes are covered. I'm gonna go in with this Colourpop Quad, and this is shade Chocolate Drizzle from the Extra Toppings palette, and it just has a little bit more depth, I think. I think that did nothing. And we'll be blending it out later. But today I did not do the base before the eyes because first of all, I want to show you how to do my blush. Also, because I always say do your eyes first because there are things like fallout. And that's why eyeshadow literally falls out from the top. Powder gets all the bottom and then it's just a mess to clean up. So once we do the base, we will bring that pink all the way out. For now, let's finish the eyes. I'm going to use my favorite Glam Goth Beauty Diamond Primer. So this is a glue primer. Glue, glitter glue. I use it for everything. And what we're going to do is we're going to put this on the back of our hand. We want a generous amount because this is how I'm going to mix the glitter. So if you see the reference picture and the look in the thumbnail, this look does not have a chunky glitter on top. And it can be very hard to apply glitter and not have that chunky look, which is where it just covers everything on the bottom. You still want to see the baby pink. So here is how I make the glitter a little bit more sheer and work for this eye look. Also, I think I had some glitter on my brows. I did the same exact method then. Then I'm going to take out this Colourpop quad, which is the extra Toppings quad, and I'm going to use the bottom of my brush to scrape the eyeshadow, right? This makes it easy to pick up in mass. And I'm going to mix it in with this on the back of my hand. I'm going to go into this Colourpop Super Shock Shadow in Mountain Lion, which is this white and it has a pink iridescent glow. And I'm going to add it to the glue. Now, usually when I do this method, I use more glitters. Today we're using more shimmer shadows. So it's going to be very subtle on top of the eye. A shimmer is way more subtle than a glitter because glitter has chunks and it's just texture different. Now I'm going to mix that with the shimmers on the back of my hand. And as you can see, it's making a little gloss overlay. And now I'm going to apply that right to the eyeshadow. I'm going to start on the inner corner near the crease. And I'm just going to apply. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna pat. Do not rub, because what happens is when you rub or when you drag the liquid on top of the powder, it's gonna disrupt the powder underneath it. So you do not want to do that. I'm gonna go up above the crease as well. I'm gonna do the same on the other eye. With the light hand, I'm going to go over those outward strokes because it can kind of look like the brush texture. Like, you know, when you pat, okay, I'm about to show you exactly what I mean. When you pat the brush, it is like, oh, I can see exactly where the brush landed. So yeah, we're going to go with the light hand on the outside and just kind of soften those heavy brush strokes on the outside. That is the eye. It's pretty simple. That's the eye. I'm going to go into my waterline really quickly. Of course, I'm going to be doing a white waterline because with this eye, with the lashes that we're about to do, it makes the eye open up and look almost cartoonish. So we're going to take this NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk. And whenever we're going for something cartoonish, something where you want a big wide eye, you want to use a white waterline because the white waterline gives you the illusion of extending the eye and making your eyes look bigger. So I'm going to take this on a craft brush. I always take, I always go into the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil, the actual pencil like this with the craft brush because first of all, I didn't know you could sharpen this until I had it for like 6 years. And then one day on live, the ragdolls were like, why don't you sharpen it? And I was like, why don't I what? So I didn't know you could sharpen it. But also if you do sharpen it, it's still too big. I feel like the circumference is too big to get into your small waterline. It can make a mess. I don't want that. So I'm going to use a craft brush. And this is just a Craft Smart brush from Michaels that comes in a set of 4. And I'm going to go adjacent to the eye. Not perpendicular. I'm not going to stick the pencil. I'm not going to stick the brush into the eye. That's painful. That's scary. Don't do that. Along the eye. Parallel. When I said we finished the eye, I lied. We also need to do the inner corner. So I'm going to go in with a white, and this is just the Beauty Bay Bright 2.0. It's the closest palette to me. And I'm going to go into this white here, and I'm going to be using a Colourpop E10, which is just a small dome brush. I love dome brushes for the inner corner because I feel like they're the perfect size, perfect density. This is what a dome brush looks like. And we are going to go right into the inner corner and blend that. The white in the inner corner will also help draw attention to the eye and open the eye up. So whites, light colors, highlights, those are things that you are attracting attention to. And then dark colors are going to do contours, shadows, chiseling, structures, things like that. So that's why you want to use like a dark color in the crease, but you want to use a light color in your inner corner because this is the center of your face, and this is where you want to draw attention from people's eyes. Cool. Okay, so now I'm going to do my face. If you want to know how I do my base makeup, I have a foundation routine video that I posted not too long ago. I'll put it in the card so it shows up on the screen. And in that video, I go over everything. What's my favorite products to use? What type of finishes do I like? Where do you put contour? Where do you put blush? Where do you put concealer? Why? Why do you put those things in those places? So I have that video up above. I love to put 65 topics in a video, but I'm not going to do that in this video. We're going to stick to the topic, and I'm going to just stick to recreating the look. But I will meet you guys back at blush because how I do the blush in this look is important to how the whole entire look looks. It's a very eyes, blush, lips type of look. If you would love to recreate this look in totality and you want the exact products that I use so that you have the exact look, I will put the products in the description box below. No worries. Okay, so I've already done my base up until this point, and that means I've done foundation, primer, concealer, and now we're going to do blush, right? So I do my blush before my contour because I feel like when you do the blush color first before the contour can still have two legs to stand on, opposed to when you do the blush and the blush kind of takes over the contour and just wipes it down and makes it muddy. So we're going to do blush first, and I'm going to be using the Uoma Beauty, and this is the It's Complicated lip tint and oil and gloss. You can use it all over your face basically, and this is in shade Peng, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this to the apples of my cheek and go upwards. I'm going to add like one dot on the forehead because I know that this is a very opaque blush, but if it gets to be too much, I'll show you how to clean that up as well. I'm going to be taking this Hourglass two-sided brush, and I'm just going to stipple that in. So I'm going to pat and blend. And I'm going to be using a powder blush as well, the one that I showed you earlier, just so that it can match with my eyes and be all nice and fairy pink. But I'm going to need to give it a base because at the end of the day, I have melanin in my skin. And a pale pink is not going to do anything on its own, okay? So I'm going to give it a little bit of help by adding this brighter berry underneath. This will help it not look ashy. Kind of like adding a lipstick and then a gloss on top. Yeah, man, it's for color. Funny thing is, I thought that was going to be too much, but I think that we can turn it up a notch. Okay, now I thought that was going to be too much blush, but as you can see, we added more. So it's a-okay. I do want to show you what you can do if you do put on too much blush. So what you're going to do is take your concealer brush, just pat that out, go right over it. And that's why I do not set my makeup before I put on a cream blush or a cream product, because you can just right there, take that concealer and go right over it. But we have just enough. This is, I guess, technically over blush, but that doesn't even compute in my head to me. So now I'm going to add my contour, my nose contour, and we will come right back for how I set this blush with the lighter blush. Okay, so on a Morphe V111, I'm going to take a tiny amount of powder, and I'm going to put that right underneath the eye. The reason why I say a tiny amount is because we have this glow right here, and I don't want to go above that. That's going to change the integrity of the highlight. I'm also going to go on my forehead, in the smile lines, and on the chin. Oh yeah. All right, now we're gonna blush it up. I'm gonna be taking another Morphe V brush from their vegan line, and this is the 106. And I'm gonna be going into that mono blush from Kaledios, and this is a shade Dreamwalk. Fun fact, I used to hate pink blush. I used to only wear orange and coral blush, and that's still my preference, but like, I grew up. And I'm going to be going on to the cheeks, where I applied the cream blush, liquid blush. It's a lip tint oil, all that. I'm also going to be going onto the forehead, on the nose. Come on now, blush on the nose. Everybody grow up. Now I've kind of just obliterated my highlight, so I'm going to add a little bit more. This is another reason why I'm glad we did not take the powder all the way out. Oh yeah. So we're gonna go into those eyeshadows from before to blend the pink out into the blush. So now that our base is done, we're just going to blend right on out. Past the brow. I know, it's such a faux pas, blending all the way out the base. And as you can see, that really pulls the face together. I'm also going to take the blush and go right up into the area as well. Yes, yes, yes. We're gonna do lips last, because whenever I do lips on a YouTube tutorial, they start going everywhere while I'm talking. So we're gonna do lips last. Let's get into these lashes. So the lashes that I did in this look did not come like that. We're going to have to make them like that. So we are going to be using these Broadway Eyes 5D lashes, and this is in lash 21. If you can get lash 24, that's even better, but they didn't have that at the store anymore when I went back. But let me tell you why we're going to use this style and what style to look for when you go into the store. So you can see that this lash style has lash hairs that are already kind of dispersed, and they have bunches. All right, that's the best way I can describe it. They are dispersed into bunches, and the lash hairs are already kind of separated and almost have kind of a chunky effect already. You want to use this type of lash because it gives you a guideline for where you're going to create your chunks later and how you're going to divide the lashes up. So go for a lash that looks like this. You want to customize your natural lashes and put them to the side. When I say customize your lashes, that means you want to cut them to the size of your eyes. If you want more instructions, tips, tricks on how to do that, you're going to watch my how to apply faux lash video. I hope you're gonna watch my how to apply faux lash video that I posted about 2 weeks ago. It'll come up in the cards. That's why I keep pointing to the sky, because it'll come up at the top of the video. But yes, we're gonna be using those same steps to apply the lashes as well once we customize them in a second. First, what we're going to do is we're going to take our mascara. You can really take any mascara, and we're going to apply it to the top lashes, and we're going to get those nice and coated. Now, we're not going to put the chunky effect on the top lashes. We're going to put those on the faux lashes. You know what I'm saying? So we're not going to do anything with our natural lashes. In fact, the only reason why we are adding mascara to our lashes is so that they are black and blend in with the faux lashes. That's it. If we did the chunky method on our natural lashes, it may hurt and tug, and it's also just not going to give us that full chunk effect. So we're going to be using faux lashes, and we're going to leave the bottom lashes alone for a second, because although they do have similar steps, they're not the exact same, and we don't want the bottom and the top lashes wet at the same time. They'll stick to each other. So here is where the fun happens. You're going to take whichever lash you want. We're going to do one lash at a time, because the glue is going to dry. It's going to get a big mess. One lash at a time. Trust me. And I'm going to take the right lash, and we're going to take some eyelash glue. This is the Kiss Lash Glue Adhesive. It's my favorite type of glue, and I like that it has the brush on, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to add glue to the lash hairs. I like to start at the top. If it needs some reinforcement, then I'll put some glue at the bottom, but I like to really start at the top. And I'm just going to do one bunch to show you, and then I'll do the others. So what you want to do and how you get the chunky effect is, once you've added the glue, you're going to take some tweezers. Trust me on this. You're going to take some tweezers. It's way simpler than your hands. Also, this is just really sticky. And you're going to clump those hairs together. This is why I said that I like the lashes that already kind of have the lash hairs dispersed into groups and clumps, because it's very easy to see which ones you want to stick together. And you're going to take some tweezers, and you're just going to put them together like this. Okay? This is not hard. This is not difficult, but it is tedious, because you want to make sure that those lash hairs really stick together. You want to make sure it looks like it's 5 big lash hairs. And they probably sell lashes like this. Everybody keeps asking me where I got these lashes from. I did them just like this. They probably sell lashes like this, but if you had those lashes, then you wouldn't be here. Maybe you would. Maybe you would be. Maybe you just like me. I don't know. But we are DIY girlies, and we are going to do this ourselves. So you're just going to keep adding glue and then clamping until you get the desired effect. Now that's way better than what I showed you before, but we can make it better. Now every so often you want to wipe the glue off of your tweezers because it is a sticky mess. Now that I've done those 2 hairs pretty much for demonstration, I'm going to add more glue throughout the lash. Once you add your glue and make your clumps all the way through, this is what your lash should look like. If that glue look at the bottom bothers you, then what you need to do is just cover it up with some black liquid liner and let it dry. It's not a problem. If you see that glue look, that means that you're using clear lash glue adhesive, and to that I say good job, because I always recommend clear lash glue adhesive rather than the black, but this would be one time where the black wouldn't make the glue residue. But it's really not that big a deal, just personal preference. Cover it up with some black liner. Now I'm going to do the same to the other lash. I told y'all it's sticky. I can barely even put it down. I will say, just like when you put on lashes, how it's easier when it's a little bit tacky because it doesn't slide around as much. I feel like it's easiest to clump these together when they're just a little bit tacky. Not too tacky, but just a little bit sticky in terms of as soon as you put it on and then it's just kind of wet. It is tedious. It's the most tedious thing about this makeup look. I feel like it's been pretty simple up to this point, but it's also what makes the makeup look. There are some questions about the blush and there are some questions about the lip combo, but most were, hey, where you get those lashes from, girl? I need to look at the other lash that we already did and count how many clumps I did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I have an even amount, an even number on this side. So now you're going to apply the lash like normal. I'm gonna tell you this right now. It's gonna take a couple tries because the lash is so sticky and it's so hard to get off of your hand or off tweezers. So keep that in mind. And know that it may be a little bit frustrating, but it's gonna be worth it in the end. See? We are already struggling. Already struggling. Okay, so now that we've done both top lashes, let's do the bottom lashes. So what you're going to do before you start applying mascara or glue or anything to your bottom lashes is you're going to go into that pink from before with the same brush from before and add that pink to the lower lash line. And this will, of course, also tie into our blush. Everything on this look is pretty in pink. We're going to apply bottom lash mascara to your bottom lashes. Whenever I add mascara to my bottom lashes, I always like to wiggle horizontally. I feel like that gives them a little bit more life. And I think bottom lashes really make or break a look. I try to give mine as much help and life as I can get. All right, when you have the lashes fully coated in mascara, you're going to go back in with your tweezers. And you are going to, luckily, they kind of naturally have clumped this way. But you are going to create clumps. Okay? But as you can see, this eye is different than this eye. Why? There's one more step that you need to do. We're not going to add glue to the bottom lashes because I feel like glue on your real lashes is a lot. First of all, it gets stuck on your lashes. It's painful to remove. It's hard to remove. I wouldn't add glue to my natural lashes. I wouldn't. The mascara adds a little bit of tackiness. I would just keep it as mascara. But for the dramatic effect, we're going to go in with some eyeliner. So this is the Makeup Forever Aqua Resist Color Ink. And you are going to use the fine point part. and go right underneath the base of the lash. So the base will be where the lash starts. So right close to the lash line, you're gonna add just a little black line. And the purpose there is to exaggerate the lower lash line, to make it darker, to make it more exaggerated. Everything in this look is exaggerated. If you haven't noticed, the blush is exaggerated, the eyelashes are exaggerated. Yes. Okay, now let's go into these lips. I'm starting off with my fave Epic Smoke Liner from NYX Cosmetics. This is in shade Mocha Match. Okay. And this liner is to line the lips. So why do you use lip liner? You use it for security purposes. So some people use lip liner the exact same shade as their lipstick so that it doesn't slip off. I use it for defining shape. It's going to accentuate the shape of my lips and the size of my lips. And also, if you use a lip liner, you can pretty much use any color in the world. And it's not going to look too crazy because you're kind of giving it some borders to be within it. Imagine your lips are a cake. Your lip liner is going to be the pan. Gives it security, gives it borders, gives it shape, all of that. After we line the lips, we're going to go in with this shade from Colourpop. We're going to use this Colourpop Lippy Sticks in Westy, and this is a really pretty, really opaque pink shade. And I'm going to add that straight to the lips. Before this, I did have on lip balm, so things are kind of sliding around more than usual. We added the lip liner for security, for shape, for accentuating all of those things. Now, for the pink, we add that for color. We added that. That is our main color. We want to bring the pink that we have going on all through the lips. That's for that. Now, we are going to add the About Face Matte Eye Paint that we used, the first base that we used for our eyes. And put that right in the center of the lip. So when it comes to a highlight on the face, highlight on the lips, highlight on the eyes, highlight wherever, that is where eyes are going to be attracted to, right? So that is going to attract your eye to the center of the lip, which helps accentuate that shape and adds an ombre effect. Also, this light shade is much closer to our eye than just Westy alone, probably because we use this as an eye base. Our last step is we're going to add this Fenty Beauty Heat Fussy Heat Gloss Bomb. Put that right on top. I love to use this lip gloss, especially when I use the About Face matte eye paint, because it is so light and sometimes it can look a little bit ashy. So that just adds a little bit of color to the lips and it keeps this whole pink theme going. And yeah, that is our eye look. So I'm going to take my hair out and go to the outro. Alrighty, so here is the final look. If you're wondering how I put the rhinestones in my hair like I did in this picture, all I did was I did a slick back and then I put eyelash glue and then the rhinestone, just like I do my rhinestone eyes. That's it. It's a very simple way to elevate a slick back, because I don't know, I do too many hairstyles. Sometimes you gotta get fancy and funky with it. But thank you so much for watching this video. Give this video a like if you learned anything, please. Also, comment down below what type of videos you want to see next. Thank you so much for all the love on all the different platforms for this look. That is why I chose to do this look for this weekend's tutorial. So let me know down below any suggestions you have, any type of videos you want to see. If you want to see some makeup techniques, influencer insiders, I haven't made one of those in a long time. Hair videos, piercing videos, running videos, let me know down below. It helps a lot. I put all the ideas in my sketchbook and try to get to them as quickly as possible. Please give this video a like and subscribe to see more videos like this. I post a video every single Saturday, and I have so many makeup tutorials that I've posted recently. Rhinestone eyes, glossy eyes, halo eyes, how to do a red lip, how to apply faux lashes, 2 black-owned beauty videos, 1 drugstore video, and a cherry blossom eye. I just posted a cherry blossom eye last week. So if you'd like to see those videos, check those out and subscribe down below. Also, thank you so much for 2 million views on this channel. What a celebration. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Also, thank you for leaving me testimonials for my Sephora Squad application. I have over 150 testimonials. If you would like to help me out and help my application for the Sephora Squad 2023, I'll leave the link down below in the description box. It takes a second. It's less than 300 characters. Thank you so much to everybody who has done it and has told me that they're going to do it in the comments across social media platforms. Speaking of those platforms, my social media is Raggedy World everywhere. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, all Raggedy World. I do a whole bunch of stuff. makeup, hair stuff. I have a bucket list series on TikTok where I try different foods, cuisines, and activities. So go check that out. And yes, I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. And if you do this look, tag me so I can see it. Bye.